Bonjour, walkers. Hello, walkers, and welcome back to City Walks. We are once again in France. We've actually had to make a bit of a detour today, well, yesterday, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But we have a beautiful morning here. It's 9 a.m., 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 degrees Celsius, and in early May, mid-May, and it is just a lovely, quiet morning here in Poitiers. And I'll tell you why we're here in Poitiers, which is about 100 kilometers from the Loire Valley. We are starting in, haven't found a sign for the Place yet, but it's the Hotel de Ville, which is a city hall. Look at this beautiful structure with all the pretty French flags on there with the colors and the glass on the second story, what they would call the first story windows, and just gorgeous, right? And you've got some modern seating and stuff like that, which is cool. Welcome to City Walks. I like to do this little introduction if you haven't been here before. And what we do here is walk around cities and also nature walks, and I talk. So if you're not into the talking thing, totally understand, no problem, but you're probably gonna wanna find another channel. There's a ton of them out there. I'm gonna flip you around here actually. 1, 2, 3, whip around. My name is Henry. I will be your proxy walker today, your virtual travel guide, your co-discoverer. And I like to remind people that I emphasize co-discover because that's what I enjoy doing. I love finding these little tidbits that I didn't know about or aren't on the glossier websites and videos. And part of that, concomitant with that, is that I haven't done any research. I've read a Wikipedia article or maybe a few other things before I do these walks, and that is definitely the case today because this was an unexpected trip. So I'm gonna flip you around again, whip around. There we go. So we're in this main square, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk down this road, and we're going to just kind of wander around and see what we can see. And I'll tell you why in just a minute. But first I want to thank our Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much. Your support makes this sort of thing much more possible and is very much appreciated. If you want to become a Patreon supporter for $4 a month, $5 a month, I think, please find a link down in the YouTube description. And if you would like to do just a one-time thing, which a lot of people do, also very much appreciated. And there's some links to PayPal and Ko-fi to do that. Of course, none of that is mandatory. These are free walks, and I hope you enjoy them. So, as you may have known from watching our Saint-Nazaire and Nantes walks, my son and I, as we head down Rue Victor Hugo, we're doing a long-distance bike ride, which has been a little bit rainy, but sunny last few days and just beautiful, along the Loire Valley up to Basel, Switzerland. So we'll leave the Loire Valley at Nevers, I think. It's getting a little loud. However, the timing, yesterday was Ascension Day, which is a big holiday here. And the day before that was Victory in Europe Day, or French Victory Day. And as we tried to make hotel reservations and tour, there was absolutely nothing available. And rather than skip over a section, nothing available within about 100 kilometers that we could afford. And rather than skip over anything, we decided to take a little detour down to Poitiers for the night. And because we could find a hotel room down here, cheap hotel. And then we head back around noon to tour where we have a hotel tonight, tomorrow night. And we're gonna go see Chenonceau this afternoon, Chateau. And that's a whole nother logistical hurdle that we had to jump through. We rolled into tour yesterday afternoon and rode around the city a little bit, so I'm hoping I'll get a chance to do one or two walks over there as well. But let's talk a little bit about Poitiers. Poitiers has a population in the city of about 90,000 people and about 230, 240, I think, in the surrounding area. It has been around for quite a long time. A couple of battles took place here. I forget the name of the first one, but I think Charles Martel turned back the Umayyad Caliphate, the caliphate that was coming out of Spain in southern France at the time and was sort of the world superpower at the time. They got turned back here in 700, I think. And then there was another battle, Battle of Poitiers, in the 100 Years' War, in which I think John II was defeated by a smaller English army. Eleanor of Aquitaine was here and held court here. She was the queen consort of France and England for a while. And, oh yeah, Rabelais, who was a 15th or 16th century humanist writer, was from here. Although these trucks are a little noisy and inconvenient for my audio, I really do enjoy walking around a city as it wakes up and comes alive for the day. There's just a certain realness to it, a certain vitality that is put out. We've got I think this is the mayor's house or some sort of government building, but you'll see that there's a Paris 2022 sign, and that's because the Olympics are going to be in Paris this summer. We were there on the 1st of May, and half the city is in bleachers, it seems like, and fenced off. It's still Paris, it's still amazing, but we were trying to ride our bikes around and had to loop around. That said, oh my gosh, so easy to ride your bikes around Paris. They have done so much to make it convenient. And I'm going to turn you around here to the right. And usable. Look at this little square. And just really cool. Let's duck down this way on Impasse des Écossais. I apologize. I've been apologizing one time at the beginning of these videos for my French pronunciation. I have tried to learn the language. We're trying to use the language a little bit, but the structure of these words, my mouth's not used to it. And so they get all tangled up in my mouth. Hopefully we can get through here. Look at this giant tree. Thing's seen some history. Coming up on Rue Théophraste Renaudot, a journalist or writer, 1586 to 1653. We're on Impasse des Écossais, excuse-moi. Let's just walk down the street a little bit. That is unusual to see a pickup truck or any vehicle that size. Check out our other walks. You can find them on the website, citywalksvirtualtours.com. And they're searchable by location and walk length as well as keyword if you enjoy these. And leave us a comment. I love getting your comments. They really invigorate me and keep me motivated to do these things, interacting with you guys. It's one of my favorite parts of doing this channel. it's difficult to ride the bike, especially at the pace that my son takes us, and film much. I've been trying to put them on my traveling filmmaker Instagram stuff and a little bit on the City Walks Instagram. But the sounds of the countryside are bullfrogs or some kind of frog, cuckoo birds, and then the smell and colors of the flowers, a lot of poppies, a lot of wisteria, really cool. And then the Loire is in flood, so we've been having to reroute a lot. Unusual to see a brick building that's not covered up. Look at the turquoise colored decorations. Interesting. All right, let's make a left on Rue Eleanor of Aquitaine from 1124 to 1204, Queen of France, and then England. I'll try to keep us from looking straight into the sun here. Love these old buildings. You know, these streets, these buildings have been around for so long, and yet they haven't changed a whole lot. There's just a ton of inertia involved in human existence, right? What is it? I don't know if it's true, but the reason our roads are as wide as they are dates back to the distance or the width of Roman chariot wheels. It's fascinating. Got these little plants trying to grow in this rockscape. I'm making a go of it. There's a guy cleaning out some. And you've got a newer place. This area was bombed a little bit in World War II, apparently down by the train station. And back then the accuracy of the bombers wasn't always that good. That implies that area was bombed out. I don't have no idea why it's modern versus old buildings. Could have just fallen over. Rue Sadi Carnot, 5th President of the Republic, 1837 to 1894. Good golly. I'm walking by a lot of real estate companies, and the prices seem to be about $150 to $300 for apartments. A lot of electric bikes in the area, which is pretty cool. Look at the old wood here. Empty place, but and then you get this blue metalwork up top at the Hotel de Hotel de l'Europe. Isn't that pretty? Against the white. Angelique restaurant. Look at this, Le Bistro de Absinthe. Love it. This is the Rue de Petit Bonneveau. There's some military folks here that I don't want to film. They don't really like that. And I don't blame them. Security issues. You see them, excuse me, walking around there in full camouflage with assault rifles. And there's little squads of them, about 7 people. And they just walk around. They don't cause a problem. They don't harass anybody, but I think they're just a deterrent. It's a little disconcerting the first time you see them, but then it's kind of, I don't know, a little bit better. All right, so it's a cool mural above the Carrefour City, which is a grocery store. There's Spars here, I think, Carrefour, and more. Cafe getting set up for the day. Look at that. How wonderfully French is that? Let's make it right on the Rue Saint-Nicolas. See what we can see down here. Try to get in the shade a little bit. A little poke bowl restaurant. Gonna cross Rue de Magenta. Oh, look at this little square. Beautiful. Can you hear the birds? Which direction do I want to go here? I want to go this. I think the city might also be known as the City of 100 Bell Towers. And I believe there might be a couple bell towers over there. One, I'll check out which church this is. Look at this. Very cool. I'm going to turn you to the right. I don't know what this is, but it's cool. This is part of the church. I mentioned the comments section. Please leave me your memories, your corrections, your additional information in the comment section. I do love getting that information. As I said, I'm on a voyage of discovery, to overstate it a little bit. Let's go down Rue de Poitiers. And any additional information that I do miss could be helpful to other viewers, so thank you. Oh, how lovely is this? I think we're on the back of the Ville d'Hotel, City Hall. Yeah. There's some garden with some modern art back there. Look at this place too, on the corner. Let's go down Rue de l'Éperon. Always feel a little pretentious trying to say these, but gotta give it a go. Rue de la Ancienne Comédie. Rue of the Ancient Comedy. Historic comedy? Yeah. Down that street. But we're gonna go to the left. This is another one of the things I like to find. Not because of what it is, but the fact that it's a little bit different and interesting. The blue section of this building up ahead And the windows on the attic level, love it. It's kind of this mishmash of, I don't know, 1700s and late 1800s. Kind of got a fin de siècle vibe. We've got this place. No one knows what it is. A bank maybe, or a shopping center? Another church. Or part of a church. I don't know. See some of the goods on sale. Look at this. I'm gonna just duck down here real quick. Échelle du Palais. Kind of a, looks like a private route maybe. Ooh, what do we got down here? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the stores. Cyrillus. Looks like some women's and kids' clothes. It's a fromagerie. Here's another square. Got that old medieval style building on the corner there. Look at this. Cool church. Huh. It's the Place Charles de Gaulle. If you're interested, and it looks like they got a little market out here. Some cafes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop around this church because it looks like there's a lot of cool stuff here. Get out of this van's way. Well, we'll see stuff off to the left in a minute. I'll give you a better view of that. But I want to come over here and turn you around because that is pretty cool. I think it's Notre Dame to something. Let's go see a little bit more of the wood, of the rock carving. Église Notre Dame la Grande. A lot of it's worn away. A lot of it's broken. Man, can you imagine carving all that? Huh. All right, we're going to continue around. Romanesque church from the 11th century with a painted stone interior and stained glass windows. There's the Office de Tourisme. I love all the bike infrastructure and all the people using bikes. But culturally, one of the things I've noticed is people don't give you a warning. In the US, you would typically say on your left or on your right to give people a heads up as you cross by. That doesn't happen here. And so you'll have these people on the faster bikes whizzing past you. And you're like, whoa. And I don't hear them coming up. And like, oh, that could have been bad. On the other hand, I haven't had a single wreck or incident. So, Rue de l'Université. Oh, yeah. So Poitiers is a university town, 30,000 students. Forgot to mention that. I love these trees. So I believe, I don't know if that's where the river is or not, but there is a river through town that I actually haven't seen yet called the Clain, C-L-A-I-N. And that's my best guess at how to pronounce it. There's a bell tower.
C'est polo ça. À vérité, moi ça met la rage le matin en plus. Allez, prends ta peau, ça manque. Hein.
So this street that we are currently on is, well, this is Place de Charles de Gaulle, so maybe it's broken up into two. Somebody opened up shop there. We're gonna, oh, look at that. The Grande Rue. Very cool. All right. Look at this tree. You can't even get a view of it, but ancient house. Try and turn around and get a better view of it. Medieval. Love it. I don't know if this is open, but let's give it a shot. So dark. See the painted interior. Love this shaft of light. Look at this woodwork. I'm always a little bit hesitant to do that. It's a private place for a lot of people, but it's also a public place. And I try and be quiet and respectful of people that may be in there worshiping or having some time to themselves. But I'm always glad I do go in because they're so beautiful. So special. Let's go down Rue de la Regraterie. Oh, well, you guys, here's the military patrol. Hopefully they don't get upset. I also want to say that I made another mistake by not switching back over to 60 frames a second. And I apologize for that. I'll try to be better. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Donc non, non, c'est vraiment décevant.
Off to the right is Passage de la Petite Rue.
J'ai écrit un message à une autre que j'étais en
All right, let's go down Rue du Palais and head back. This old section in here. Another place. Ooh, look at this building. Place Alphonse le Petit, 1817 to 1877. Avocat et homme politique, so political man and lawyer. She's gone. Some bookshop and paper store. That's good natured, I think. Fancy macaroons. We are on Rue Léon Gambetta, politician, 1838 to 1882. Let's go, yeah, let's go this way. Sorry. Poitiers stylos, pens, shoes. What all the cool kids are wearing, I guess. Just look at this modern piece of architecture at the beginning. On one end, facing over to the Hotel de Ville, which is not how you say that, Hotel de Ville, which is right there. Okay, everybody, I think that's going to be it for today's walk. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, joining me this morning. I really do appreciate your attention, your time, your interest, and your steps. So I guess the next walk will probably be tour. Check out Traveling Filmmaker Instagram and City Walks Virtual Travel, I think, or City Walk. Can't remember what my Instagram handle is. In any way, you can find it on the website. Thank you again, and we will see you again soon. Until then, keep on stepping.